Hey everybody. Um, you guys wouldn't believe what's going on right now in my life. It's simply amazing. The way Christmas happened to come around. My dad dying 4 days before Christmas. I've been trying to deal with my dad's body and everything. You guys would not believe that I have a older sister that she's basically been in control of my family, my mom and dad, my family that I was born into since basically the day she was born. She was the firstborn child. She was the girl. She was my mom's favorite. Um, she took control at a early age, and over my mom and my dad and the money and everything else. Well, my mom and dad, when my sister and her first husband split up, they, my sister and her husband, or her first husband moved to Indiana, back to Indiana from Arizona before they split up. But when they did that, this was back in the early 2000s, I think it was. Maybe late 90s, early 2000s. But me and my entire family was out in Arizona for 20 years, 22 years. My mom and dad, my sister, my brother, all my nieces and nephews, everybody was out there. Me, my wife, that's where I met my wife and my two stepchildren. And I raised them from, my son was 3 years old, my daughter was 5, and I raised them. But we were all out in Arizona. Well, my sister and her first husband started having problems. They inherited about $300,000 or maybe more. I don't even know. But it was a big chunk of money for my brother-in-law's grandpa dying. But if it wasn't bad enough for Christmas that my dad died 4 days before, it come down to, my sister's been down there. My sister and her family's been in control of my parents for so long. And my parents, because I didn't like the way they were being taken care of. And so my parents asked me to please stay away and please not cause any problems with my sister and her family down in Alabama. So I did. I stayed away. I would go back, every few years and see my parents. And basically that was it, Like I said, my dad died right 4 days before Christmas. And, they were getting to the point with the New Year's and everything. My dad's still laying in a freezer in Athens, Alabama. Even right now, as I'm telling the story, he died on the 21st. He's still laying in a freezer down there, or his body is. And we've been trying to get that taken care of, but my psychotic older sister has taken control of everything down there. My mother is still alive, but she has seen to it that my mother has no rights. She basically has some kind of medical power of attorney over my mom, which she thought gave her rights to all their IRAs, bank accounts, and everything. I offered my sister. They started off, my brother hasn't been seen in a long time, or seen her. They've seen in years, but we didn't even know where he was until Christmas Day. And on Christmas Day, that's when he found out my dad had passed. But he's out in Arizona and he does his own thing. And he has such a problem with my family, just like, I mean, with our birth family, that he don't have nothing to do with them either. He just kind of stayed away. He was with my parents for years, and my sister made it hard on him. And so he finally moved away from them, moved back to Arizona, out of Alabama. But now I'm dealing with my own sister, who has spent yesterday. Now I'm going to be down to see my mother here next week. And my sister knows I'm coming. My brother's going to try to meet me down there next week. He's coming in from Arizona. And my sister tried her damnedest yesterday to go through and empty all my mom and dad's IRAs and everything. Even though my mom's still alive, she's trying to empty out all their savings and put it in her account. Well, thank God that the banks stopped her, because she would have taken it all yesterday, everything but the house. She would have taken it all, and me and my brother would have just got pushed aside. And they had the damn my sister's got wills. She's got whatever this medical power of attorney is that she's taken out over my mom. She's got all that. She's got all my mom and dad's records of everything. And she's been in charge of all this for many years now. And she is married to a guy that has money. Let's just put it like that. I'm not going to say he's rich or wealthy, but he has a lot of money. He's worked in the steel industry. He's been in the union for, I think, 30 years, 40 years or something. He's up at my age. It won't be long. He'll be retiring. But they got money. And she thinks she can use his money to take everything from me and my brother. Now, I was ready. I told her the other day, all I wanted to do was see my mom for a couple of days this weekend without any fights. And I told her, look, I'll sign everything, Mom and Dad, put my name over to you if I can just see my parents, for my mom, for a couple of nights when I get down there next week. I said, but I don't want no fighting or anything else. If you can do that and not fight with me while I'm down there, I'll sign everything Mom and Dad was leaving to us over to you and my brothers. Well, she didn't want that. She wanted it all. She don't want me and my brother to have anything. So she went after it yesterday. The thing of it is my parents didn't trust her in the first place, so she can't get into that money by herself. She took my mom and dad for a lot of money over the years. Her and her first husband borrowed $20,000 from my parents and never paid back a dime. All in one shot. My parents gave them $20,000 for something. I don't know what it is. It wasn't none of my business. It was my parents' money. I don't care. But they were supposed to pay it back, and they never did. But now she thinks she should get the house, everything in the house, anything that was my mom and dad's whatsoever from any accounts, 401ks or anything they got left. She thinks it's all hers. And it took her yesterday, her and her lawyer, to find out she don't have the control she thought she had. And my mom and dad made sure of that. My mom and dad knew that on their death, me and my brother would have to fight her to get a penny. So they made sure that fight wouldn't have to take place. She thinks her and her husband's got enough money they can just take what is supposed to come to me and my brother. Now, people, I'm not telling you my parents are rich today. My sister told me when she divorced her first husband and she moved in with my mom and dad after that, and she had found out there was problems going on with my mom and dad, and my mom was having problems remembering things. I mean, it goes back that far. So she started helping them with their accounts, and my mom and dad actually sat down and showed her all their money and shit. Well, my fucking sister told me, after she saw all this, because I was worried, if they had always made good money. My dad had his own business for years. They always had a lot of money. They've been to Hawaii, I don't know how many times. They've been all over wherever they wanted to go. They traveled always. We traveled as kids. We traveled as adults. We've always traveled. So they've been everywhere. They've done everything they wanted to do. And my sister was going through their accounts. But at that time, my mom and dad trust her more than anybody. And we still to this day don't know why. But my sister, after she saw all this, she told me, and this is one of the few times my sister ever talked to me. But she had told me that after seeing all the money that mom and dad had, she goes, you don't have to worry about them anymore. They've got plenty of money to live the rest of their lives with. That was less than 15, 20 years ago. Now, after her and everybody else that could suck money out of my parents got done with them, there wasn't a whole lot of money left. Now, I'm not going to tell you people for even a second that my parents never helped me. My parents helped me, from time to time. But I was the oldest male in our family. I was the firstborn male. My brother was my dad's favorite. My sister was my mother's favorite. And I was in the middle. As far as I know, I wasn't either one of them's favorite. So, and it proved it later in life, where there was times that mom and dad had to change their wills and everything. I was never chosen for any of that, hell, they would rather have somebody out of the family as an executor or power of attorney than me. So, I was handled differently than my brother and sister. My brother, he was given quite a bit. My dad's business, when my dad was ready to get out of it, I didn't have the money to buy my dad out, but he gave me a price on it, and I said, well, will you let me make payments on it? And I'll buy the name, I'll buy all the equipment, I'll buy, the contracts that my dad had, and I'd make him payments, and he wouldn't let me do it. This was back when he didn't like me, though, so I can't really bitch about that, but he wouldn't let me do that. He ended up giving everything to my brother. And my brother did what he did with it. It doesn't matter how it happened or what happened, or none of that's even important. But today I'm dealing with my own sister, trying to ensure that me and my brother don't get anything from my parents. That whatever they have left, they've got a 3 or 4 bedroom house that's got another big garage off of it, that's got an apartment in it. They got a pretty nice sized yard, a piece of property. I mean, they got there's still a lot of stuff left that there's money tied up in. And my sister's ready to screw everybody. Even though she's sitting in a, I don't know, probably $200,000 house. Doesn't have to work. This clown that married her, I don't know if he knows, if he even knows who she is, or if he's still going by the games that she plays. But if he knows who she is, he knows he screwed up. But this guy, he don't even know how bad he screwed up, but he knows he screwed up. But this woman, she thinks she's, and even if she could have got all this money and stole it, spent it, whatever, I'm not even worried about it, because she's so stupid that she thinks she could get away with it and not have to pay none of it back, when her husband has money, and she's been tied to him long enough that half of his money is half hers. So she thinks because it's not her money that she can't be sued for it. And that's what I think's funny. So I don't really care if she takes it all. Take it all. Because you know what? If I have to make her sell her house to pay it back, but that'll be a long time down the road. But if I have to make her sell her house to pay it back, what she's stolen, that will happen. Now, the only reason I'm telling all you guys this is for 5 years I haven't asked nobody on my channel for anything. Not a penny. Yeah, I've asked you if you'll like, share, and subscribe. I don't even do that, to be honest with you. I don't even ask you to like, share, and subscribe. I tell everybody you can use whatever videos I have in whatever manner you want. If you want to make fun of me, make fun of me. I don't care. And some people do that. If you want to use my videos for anything else, for education or anything else, have at it. I will never. As long as you link it back to me, I won't. No, I ain't going to say that. You don't even have to link it back to me. I don't even care. I'm not going to chase you down or do anything like that. I put my videos out for them to be watched. If they get watched on your channel, don't worry about me. I'm not going to have a problem with it. But I'm asking you guys right now, my true subs that follow me. And you know what, man? I'm not asking you this because I think you guys are loaded. I don't think you guys are sitting a whole lot better than where I'm sitting, to be honest with you. And I am not homeless by any means. I would never be homeless unless my son, my daughter, my wife, everybody that loves me was homeless. That's the only way I would be homeless. So I'm not homeless by any means. But I'm curious. I'm needing some money right now. I don't even know how much, to be honest with you. But I'm needing some money to get help with whatever lawyers I might have to pay for, to make sure my sister don't screw me, and my brother. They've already got lawyers lined up. Now, I'm not really worried about lawyers, but they can file shit. I mean, I can deal with lawyers myself. I know a lot more than they even think I know. So I can deal with lawyers to a certain extent, but I can't be in Alabama. So I need a lawyer in Alabama to help me. Whatever kind of lawyer it might be. And here next week when I get down there, I'm asking my sister. I haven't asked my sister for not a dime, penny, or anything. The only thing I've asked her for at this point is documents. I asked her, I want either a copy or the original DD-214 for my dad's military discharge, his honorable discharge paper, whether it's a copy or an original. I don't care. I've asked for a copy of the wills, or the will. I've asked for a copy of the medical, what do they call it? Medical power of attorney over my mom, because my mom can't make medical decisions right now, I guess. I don't even know. This has all happened since the last time I was down there, but there's a lot of stuff going on, people. So I'm asking you guys, I'm not asking you for nothing right now. I'm asking you guys, you longtime followers, you guys, I wouldn't ask you for it if I didn't need it. And I don't need it. I don't need anything to survive. The one thing I need is help with fighting my sister, to be honest with you. That's what I need. My sister kept me away from my parents. My parents finally told me, because it was such a fight every time I came around them. They would tell me, look, you can come in here whenever you want, just we don't need you. Because I would get so upset with what was going on. And I'm somebody who if you do something that's upsetting me, I'm going to tell you about it. And my parents knew that about me. So instead of me causing fights, they just asked me not to come around. All right, guys. Because the people taking care of them wasn't taking care of them right. And I will get more into this story, people, as it goes along. This is something that this is going to span out. But I'm already too long right now. It's already 21 minutes. But I'm reaching out to my Christian brothers and sisters. I'm reaching out right now to anybody that can possibly give me any help. I need help right now, people. I've been praying to Jesus. I prayed to God. I prayed to the Holy Spirit to help me. And Jesus told me to ask. Now, I don't like to ask. I like to do for myself. And this is hard for me. But people, I need you right now. To be honest with you. I need some help. And you know what? I have confidence that the people that actually back me, I think you guys are all willing to help. And if we all come together, you might be able to help me, and then one day I might be able to help you. But right now, I don't ask for help, people. I really don't. I just ask for you guys to wake up. But this time, man, I'm asking you guys, my subscribers, anybody that would like to help me, I need your help. And Jesus told me to ask you. May God bless us all, guys. It's our only way out. You guys, if you can help and you want to help, let me know in my comments. If you can't, hey, God bless you anyway. I understand. But if you can, let me know, and I'll set up something so that you can, if you really want, if you can and you can afford to and you want to, I'll set up a PayPal or something. I'm just asking right now just to see if anybody's willing to help. And I understand if you can't, man. Last year killed us all. Make no mistake, I will not feel any different. Even if I don't get anybody that can help me, I will not feel any different about any of you. Because I understand. But make no mistake, God loves you and so do I. God bless y'all.